The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised. Cheers. What's going on, fam? Too bad there's nothing to talk about today. What's going on, fam? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with some mo nuts on your chin. Right here. That's where they're going. Thank you so much for being here. If you're not yet subscribed to my Daily Swole podcast and you want to bang your ear holes every day, make sure you click the links in the cards in the description down below so you can get your ear holes banged every day. Let's get into today's topic and let's get into those nuts on the chin. I got dropped this by someone on Instagram, and it turns out that Anytime Fitness, you've probably heard of Anytime Fitness. It's a franchise, so it is owned by individuals. They are owned by individuals, but of course they're under this corporate whole structure, kind of like McDonald's. That is important because you have sometimes rogue employees or rogue owners that will go against the grain of what the business morality or the business message or the corporate message is. And that's where we come into today's topic. And the title, Local Anytime Fitness Blasted for this fat shaming promotional email. I believe this was from an owner of one of those Anytime Fitnesses. And of course, Anytime Fitness put out a message saying, we do not condone any of this. This guy sent out a message to a bunch of people that haven't been in the gym for a long time. I believe it was at least a year or two, trying to get them in for summer, right? Sending out promotional emails. And the way emails are sent out is you can have a first name tag. So you send it out to a list of, let's say, 10,000 people, and automatically, because it's in the system, it will put the person's first name at the top of the email. So if we look at this email, of course, it will feel like a personal message to the individual because it says their name. So I'm going to read you this email. Maura, I need you to do me a favor. Think about the warm days of summer ahead. Warm summer night breezes, lake or beach time, seeing family, the ones you like, spending more time with the kiddos, also the ones you like. Listening to music, shorts, bathing suits, flip-flops, the smell of suntan lotion, and lots of pictures of you that will be posted online forever. Lots of sucking in, side turns, skinny arm posts, and God forbid a side pic while sitting down. Do me a second favor. Take your hand and grab the excess you have on your waist, front, back, and sides. Can you pinch it or can you grab it? Well, I want to call it what it is. ... Fat. Apparently nowadays I gotta be politically correct. Maybe I should say adipose tissue. Of course, this woman, which she is conveniently a PhD candidate in social and health psychology at the University of Connecticut, and she's studying stress and the coping processes of stigma. So you sent this email to the wrong person. Obviously, someone like this that's involved with this type of social science is going to be really into the latest trends or really hyper aware of this type of language. I am not condoning the way this message was written. My content is very, very similar. I'll call people fat. I'll say you got to lose weight, stop fucking around, but that's my business. That's my message. That's consistent with everything else I've talked about on this channel. You expect me to say things like that, and you understand what direction and what angle and what approach I'm coming at you with. You know I'm coming from a good place when I talk about this stuff. This guy with Anytime Fitness, there's a conflict of brand. That's the individual. I'm not saying what he's saying is incorrect. The truth fucking hurts, fam. The truth fucking hurts. But he's doing it under the umbrella of Anytime Fitness. And if I were Anytime Fitness, I would be fucking pissed off for sure, because it's giving their company and their hard-earned brand image a bad, tarnished reputation and some unnecessary publicity that didn't have to happen. I don't think the email was worded properly. I'm not condoning what he said. I'm not saying it wasn't fat shaming, but what is really going on here? Why did this person get upset? Why did she get upset? Because she's a PhD candidate in social sciences? Is that why she got upset? Possibly. But is it also possible that she is overweight? Is it also possible that that rings home really true? Why would she make a stink? Why would she post that on Twitter? I guess you can post it. You can post anything anywhere you want. I guess that doesn't necessarily mean that you are, looking for it to go viral. And again, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying that it should have been worded in that sense. But can you feel rolls when you reach down? Are you overweight? Are you self-conscious in all of your pictures? Like, let's read and let's look at what the person's actually saying. If this is not you, if you are not overweight and you're not dealing with this, you're going to look at this as kind of like a funny message, because at the beginning, he says, seeing the family, the ones you like. That's funny, okay? That's humor. It starts off as a comedy. Spending time with the kiddos, also the ones you like. That's funny. Haha, your kids, the ones you don't like. Get it? Because they're always annoying and now you need a break. Like every parent's dilemma. They have the kids, they love their kids, but they're fucking stressing them out. It's funny. It starts off with a light sense of humor. And then all of a sudden, he jumps right into like, can you feel the fat around your waist? Can you feel it? Can you feel all the rolls? The title says, be comfortable in your skin this summer. I think everyone should be comfortable in their skin. I think that's where the body positivity movement and the fat acceptance and loving yourself, that comes from. I think everyone should be comfortable in their skin, but I think even more important than that, I think people should be healthy in their skin. And the truth does hurt. If you are reading that and you are overweight and you haven't been in the gym in a couple years, that's the email list that this was sent to. This was sent to people that haven't been in the gym in over a year or two. That's what I read. So if you're on the email list for people that have not been in the gym, that's to get you back in the gym. Chances are, if you have not been in the gym and have not been working out, you are going to be overweight. You are not going to be in good shape unless you're going to another gym and you just keep that membership or whatever. Obviously, there's always those little nuances, but this was sent to people that haven't been in a while, and he's trying to bring them back in. And I'm not against the message. The wording, I don't think it was really appropriate. I don't think it should have been as direct and as like, can you feel that fat? But it's also not his place because it's in conflict with what Anytime Fitness's message is. And I laughed when I read that because I'm like, oh shit, that's pretty much what I say all the time in my videos. I'm like, yeah, can you feel that fucking fat? Do something about it. I can say that because that's my brand. That's not his brand. He can't speak for Anytime Fitness. So that's where that conflict came in, because people go to Anytime Fitness maybe to feel welcome, to feel comfortable, kind of like Planet Fitness. I don't know. But then all of a sudden someone comes out and is like, you fat fuck. You fatty McFatterson. I don't think it's a bad message. I think it's poorly worded, but I think the truth hurts. I think anyone that gets upset with a message like that is probably dealing with it. And it strikes home for a lot of people. A lot of people are paranoid. Even people that are in shape have paranoia about pictures, about angles, about being at the beach, about am I lean enough? Am I fat enough? But this doesn't come from, this body image is not just like pointing fingers, I'm better than you, you're only good if you're leaner. There's a health issue, but there's a much deeper seated psychological issue with all Americans, with all society, comparing yourself to other people, not feeling good enough, feeling exposed. It goes much deeper than just fitness and just feeling fat. It goes on every single aspect for people posting fancier cars, bigger houses, vacations. So this is just one instance in fitness, and it's going to be talked about in terms of fat shaming, but it's really just a systemic problem with social media and people not being comfortable in their own head. That's why I talk about meditation so much. Today's episode of the podcast, actually, if you check it out, episode 1135, talked about getting your mind right and controlling what you can control, fucking upstairs and not dealing with other people's bullshit, no matter what it is. Like, that person didn't have to get offended by that, but she chose to get offended. She chose to post the picture. She chose to move, and then it blew up, and there's gonna be a whole thing. I wonder why. Maybe because it strikes home. Maybe because it is true and you don't want to think about it and you get offended and you get hurt and you're lashing out. That's where a lot of this stuff comes. And unfortunately, the truth is the truth, whether or not you like it. So if you're overweight and you reach down and you grab your waist, you grab your arms, you grab your thighs, if you're hiding yourself by angling yourself in pictures and this and the other, that message is true. And if you get offended by it, you're just getting offended by the truth, and the truth can hurt. So think about it. I'm not saying that message was sent correctly to the right email list. It wasn't the right target audience. Apparently, you obviously targeted the wrong fucking person, and it was the wrong brand conflict. But I think the message offends people because the fucking truth hurts. So what do you think? Drop in the comments down below. Do you like the beard? Do you not like the beard? No. What do you think about the email? What do you think about the response? What do you think about this little mini backlash, the latest thing in the fat shaming, fat acceptance community? What do you think about this? Drop in the comments down below. And if you have not yet liked the video and subscribed to the channel, thank you so much for doing so. I really hope you enjoy the videos and the content. And also check out in the description and the cards, the Daily Swole podcast. I go live every single fucking day. So if you like nuts on your chin, you're gonna like that shit too. Peace out, fam.
Whoa, coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like wish that I care, but I don't. And I swear, if you want, we can flow. Coming ready for the smoke. Murder she wrote, but I don't even dare. I got places to go. Coming ready for the show. Sacred the goat. We got royal affairs. We gon' win on the low. Coming ready for the glow. You taking notes, have a seat, take a chair. You may think that